Genealogy, outro tipo de breakdown no cromossomos, na marcas cromossomo. Eu não sei se é verdade ou não, eu não sei. Então aqui tem Norte Europa 20% a mais, British, francês, alemão, Irish, irlandês, escandinavo. Other European seria italiano, espanhol, Czech Republic, Hungária, Croácia, Eslovênia, Grécia, né, a Grécia, Bulgária e Albânia. Nossa, todo mundo foi para a Latinoamérica. Aqui outros europeus que são esse aqui, o leste europeu, Estônia, Finlândia, Rússia, Ucrânia e polonês. 6% apenas, just 6% no more. Ásia, eu estou assim, surpresa. Como é que eu tive tão pouca Ásia? Eu deveria ter mais Ásia. I'm supposed to have more Asian, given that the people they call natives are Asians, and I have native. So why so little? Amazing. They changed the mind. My chromosome kind of have already metamorphosed or what? Have a shape shift. Native people of America. This is Asia 17. This is Asia. Okay? This is Asia. Isso aqui, esses povos são asiáticos. Oceânia não tem, né? Que são os povos lá também asiáticos da antiga Suméria, antiga Luméria. Não, Luméria é mais para a Turquia. Diria que Suméria, né? Não tem. Deveria ter, porque se eles são a mesma coisa dos asiáticos e dos então chamados nativos americanos que vieram para as Américas depois da queda das Atlântidas, então seriam asiáticos, considerados asiáticos. Não tem, estranho, deveria ter, né? África, bastante, tô surpresa. Deveria ter menos, não é tudo isso. E Hadas, né? Que pode ser da Índia, mas Índia já é considerada caucasiano, asiático, né? Índia, Central Ásia, Sul da Ásia, tudo caucasiano. Asiáticos, mas oriental caucasianos. Caucasiano não é uma cor de pele, é uma feature, é um tipo de etnia. Caucasian is not a color of skin, rather it is ethnics, is a feature. Já é diferente. Hunter-gatherer 34%, 35% farma, 25%. Isso aqui é os ancestrais. Farma, que são os vieram da antiga Suméria, né, da Babilônia, até embaixo ali na Turquia e foi para a Europa. Então 25%. E a Manaia 15%, e a Manaia é aquelas pessoas bem antigas lá da Europa do Norte, nativos americanos, que são asiáticos 10%, africanos 8%. Como é que ficou mais baixo agora? Eu não entendo. Os ancestrais, antigos ancestrais. oeste da Ásia tem um 4% por causa dos povos lá, dos nativos americanos, que são asiáticos, né? Este Asian, this one is from Asia. Native Americans also are Asians. African 8%, East Asia, Southeast 3%, which is India. Okay. Ancient Europeans are this kind of people was the people who was already manipulated geneticamente pelos Anunnakis. Those people are not the original Europeans. The former people to Earth was the albinos. They came from Lyra system. They were the albinos. They were all over the Earth. Last time there's no such thing as Africa, Europe, continent, Asia, Americas. Were all a single continent. It's called Pangea. Everybody knows. But before that, we had yet another beings here, which later, when the Anunnakis came over, they added pigmentation to the skin, to our skin. Okay? Because they had to do it, because Anunnakis is a federation, is a extraterrestrial federation. It's a mix of all kind of entities. Because they wanted to make the sun hotter at that time. At this time, anyway, they wanted to make a tropical bubble, or a tropical universe, not universe, planet, tropical planet 3. They decided to add melamine to the people. But before that, we had already the Ice Age. Okay, with the Ice Age, before that, we had the other beings already here, which were the albinos. So, first Europeans farmer, pioneer farmer, maritime farmers, Western European foragers. So for me, I have megalith builders, my distant ancestors, Bronze Age herder, maritime farmers, megalith, pioneers farmer 10%, in Western Europe and forager 9.6%. I like this study because they more or less give their supposition about how they think the world evolved, how the anthropology evolved. So Anatolian agriculturation, cultivation, the continuous was European farmers migrated from the other side of the Aegean Sea. Same from Anatolians who adopted agricultural lifestyle 10,000 years ago. They were a mix of forager related to European hunter-gatherers and a mysterious population to the south. It was more distant to the Pleistocene Europeans, the people of East Asia, Australia, were, if not only about Europe, but they introduced various. Those were the ancient Babylonians and the Sumerian people, Chaldeans, Babylonians, which the Jews descended. And here is the UK breakdown by ethnicities. So southeast border, I don't know whether true or not. south 16%, north 14%, in some Wales and Scotland, southwestern Norway 8%, Orkney 5%, and northwest 4%. So Wales south 16% the most. You don't understand this. South the most. British vehicle as a predominant chromosome, is it? Your Viking index 10%, you are 78% style. So British is predominant. British, Scandinavian, I would say Finnish, because when my mother was born, the Finnish came in. The Finnish and the Indian people, but Indian came later. But most Finnish and Portuguese and already the people who were there, which come from Asia. So Slavic Vikings. Here I have my Asian report. Siberian 33%. South India 20%. So Dravidians. Thai 16%. All these are Chinese. Vietnamese 8%. Burmese, which is very okay. Yeah, it can be because of the immigration to the Americas. And Levantine is what? It's these people from, who's the Levantine? Is Arabic? The Semites. Melanesians. Melanesia, these are Indian people. South India pastoralist. East India tribal. Wow, they are African nevertheless. Austronesia, Japanese, Stem Negrito. Oh, not much. More Austronesian, Stingian tribal. And a Han Chinese. This Latin American term here is totally out of nexus. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't know whether these people who are scientists doesn't understand or know that Latin, the term Latin here, refers to the Roman, the ancient Roman people. Okay? Roman is also known as Ramen. They were also very predominant in ancient Egypt, and also they evolved from Ra, okay, Romans. Those are the Latin people, and then later they break into group of other subgroups like French, Iberians, and mixed with all the Semites, especially those who went to North Africa, the Semites that went to North Africa, and I took the continent from the Nubians, who were the dark-skinned people. Okay, that's the truth, the history that they are not telling. And so here is a misnomer. Those people here they are talking about, these are Asian people. Okay, those are Asian people. So much why you classify them inside the group of Asian as well. For me, they are Asian as well. I classify them as Asian. Okay? So to say that they are separate from Asian is I don't know, is I'm sorry, is an oxymoron, and they are not Latino. Latino are not Asians, okay? Latino are some Iberians. It includes the Portuguese, the Spanish, the Italian family, those with very light skin and dark hair. Those are Latin, French, people from Romania. Most of the people there were light skin and the hair brown to dark to light brown. They are Latin, considered Latin. And also what else? Spain, Portugal. Some Portugals, not all in Italian, not all, because now they are all mixed with Arabic, Semites, and many others. And also the Romani people who are from India. Okay, the Romanis are Indian, are the Gypsies that came from India to Europe. They migrated. Okay, that's the truth. No, those people are not Latin. They are classified as Asians. They are Asian people from ancient Sumeria. Okay. Megalithic builders, which consisted of builders of rocks, and they kind of arrange all the rocks and build all those ornaments and arrange all those stones as we see around the world. And it was mostly situated in I guess Britain and the UK, and it I think predated the Atlantis, which made part of the UK to Americas. Atlantis, went all the way to Greece, and they have still trade with Egypt. Bronze Age order. It was situated in Greece. So my predominant marker would be the megalithic builders, build of stones. The Bronze Age were the ancient Greeks. Nice. I like Greece, very beautiful country. And then the maritime farmers, which were mostly like sailors. I started the ancient Sumeria and Lumeria that extended from Australasia, there, the Oceania, up to ancient Babylonian, and they deal with navigations, okay. And later the British took over as well and implemented new innovation, but the Greek too were a very good navigators. They love to sailing. And also the ancient Egypt. Well, later came the Iberian too, and the Romans. Start from the Romans. The Romans passed down to the Iberian the art of navigation, because they have innovated and make it better. Okay, that's the history. So this is the maritime farmers, 16 point, and also maritime farmer could be people who cultivate things from the sea. Pioneers farmers. Pioneer farmers, from what I gathered from the ancient people. I'm not talking about the modern people, the the return of the Europeans to the American continent, which was also part of their people long time ago in the Atlantis, before Asian took over, invaded. Okay, because these people who are there, tribal people, they came later, maybe I would say 1 to 2 century before before Columbus. The Latin came and took over, and later the Moroccans, the North Africans, and the Semites in general. And before that we have the Vikings exploring Americas as well, but they were already there. Anyway, they were already there during time of Atlantis, so they are very ancient. The Vikings are very ancient people to the Americas. Okay, this is a new breakthrough. Many people don't know, but they are the ancient people to the Americas. And the British also were there. That's why they claimed Quebec, and later the Latins, the Basques make part of the Latin people. Whether you want or not, you make part of the Latin people, and that's it. And the Latin people come from the Roman, okay? Originate from the Roman, not Asian people, tribal people. This is nonsense. I don't like stupidity. I'm a very intellectual person, kind of person, and I don't like stupidity. Sorry. I have a very short fuse towards stupidity. So, maritime farmers, or these people who also cultivate things from the sea, but also the navigators who went to the sea with caravelas. Caravelas was these ancient boats that the Iberian, who were also Moroccans, use it. So you have pioneers farmers, 10%. Pioneer farmers, 10% were the ancient, let me think, ancient Sumeria. They come from ancient Babylonia. They come with the arrival of the Anunnakis to the Middle East and African continent, and then they spread all the way down to ancient Persia, Iran, to Anatolia, Turkey, and then they went down to Europe, spread farmer culture. Okay, the wheat were first introduced to the Babylonian people, who were the ancient Jew people, Hebraic. I'm not saying Jew is a religion, I would say Hebraic, the lineage of the people. Semite already come from Sem, have nothing to do with race, but was originate from one of the sons of Abraham, and blah 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 blah. I don't like to talk about this even, doesn't interest me. But what I'm saying is that the Jew, they cultivated the wheat, alright? They cultivated the wheat, and later they spread to Europe, down to Anatolia, Turkey, and also to Asia. Okay, wheat, but rice were cultivated first in Asia, the continent of Asia, who also made part of the ancient Sumeria. Okay, so here I have 10% of these people in Western European foragers. Now, when they talk about Western European foragers, they mean that it was a knockout people. You see, not the white people, but I don't buy that, because the albinos was the former people to Earth. Whether scientists you want to accept or not, the albinos were first here. Now, for people who want to doubt my claims, I'll ask you, why is that the albinos always surface. Why did all the recessive genes are still there? In all races, regardless of ethnic group, country, nationality, culture, etc., there's always an albino. Be them in Africa, Africa is full of albino. If you search, there's a lot of albino in Africa, in Congo, in Kenya, in many other countries in Africa. Okay, there's albino in Asia. Why? Why there's albino in Asia? Albinism among Asian Afro people and all over the world. Why? Because those people were the former here before the Anunnakis came over and manipulated the original people DNA. And then they wanted them to adjust to the new sun because they make the sun warmer. Okay, they wanted to turn many of the places who were before Ice Age in a more cool and nice, beautiful climate. They turn it the hell of a sun. I hate sun, hot sun, and I hate tropical area. I really hate. I think I'm an Ice Age person. I really hate the sun. The sun makes me mad. So they changed the DNA chromosomes, the DNA, our DNA, to adjust in the melanin of the skin, to adjust the new sun that they were implementing here on Earth, the hotter sun. Before we have on about 10 degrees Celsius, 5 degrees. Later they increase it to 40 degree, 50 degree. Do you know that before it was hotter than now? Much hotter. I mean, after the advent of the Ice Age, when the Anunnakis came over, they make the earth become as hot as 50 degrees Celsius, 60 degrees, was much hotter than today, and then slowly turning back again, and they call it global warming. Nothing to do with it. It's already manipulated and done on purpose by Anunnakis. It is, okay? Because they want to turn this area mostly tropical. When Enki and the throne and the vote in the Nibiru, he decided to construct, to build forests, greeneries, and tropical areas. Before it was all blue here. Our vegetations were blue. The people are albino. That's why we have recessive genes. And then to manipulate things and to make things confusing for the population, they will say that one is DNA abnormality. That they will say that's not natural to be albino. Okay, there's a abnormality in the cells. That it's not, it isn't. This were the former people here. They come from Lyra, constellation of Lyra. Okay, so that's it. Western Forager. What's this? See here, I'm not making up a story. That's true. Okay, historical definition of races in India. And not just about India, it's Africa, China, everywhere there is albino. Even in Scandinavia there is albinos, and in Britain as well, because they were one of the former people here on Earth. Okay, but has been manipulated by the Anunnakis, and later they override the history, they cover up everything, they manipulate our ancestral true skin tone, okay, to accommodate, to adapt to the sun. Everything we see here is a bluff. Everything. That's why when I tell things, people don't like, people hate me. Either people hate me or love me. I don't care either way, but the truth must be told. see here? Western Reformation will be the Turkish people came inside Europe. Here we have the ancient revolutions happening. Alaskan sunrise shower girl, Mesolithic. Neanderthal from Iberia. Wow, 11,000. That's so little. Not so much time ago. So for me, I have Pleistocene, Sicilian caveman, very little. The Belgian rather was very little. The NEMS, Elba Shepherdis in Spain, Black Hairy Hunter-Gatherer in Brighton, Peruvian Hunter-Gatherer, Brown Eye Bauric Man, Japanese Pura, Swiss Cave Human, Cuban Shaman, Egyptian Mummy. Yeah, have even I think even have it here. Don't have gray reptilians, dragons well. Iron Age Philistines. Pleistocene 10,000, so little. Mesolithic 7, so little. Bronze Age, baby. Iron Age, oh baby, all babies to me. Why don't talk about millions of years ago, billions of years ago? This sounds so little. Oh, they take my sample from 23andMe and Ancestry, which I made long time ago, about 6-8 years ago. Simple detail. Okay, that's my bloodline, Manshine DNA. Serial currivate, oldest South American inhabitant. They are not the oldest, sorry, wrong. That's why I have to trust you all. They are not the oldest of all. But oh, that's not true. The oldest ones during the Atlantis time and much more precedes that, billions of years ago. Even before the time of Atlantis, the time of Sumeria and Lemuria. Black hair hunter-gatherer. Some people come from Asia. They went there with boots, helped by the other people, Semites. Elba, I said, in Spain, or Genesian hunter-gatherer. That's why sometimes I find it difficult to trust people given the misconception that they teach, that they say. It's a very good company, man, it's a very good company, of course, overall, but certain thing that a person like me who is very stubborn and don't like to trust things I hear, I don't believe, because my instinct tells me otherwise. It's like, even if I were a very old person, and very old and scientific person, and I could go back to the very, very distant past, and not just a mere 60, 100 years ago, 1,000, 5,000, 20,000. This for me is baby time, modern time. 20,000 for me is modern. Okay? Maybe for people who already has the mentality, has a memory to to millions of years ago, a mere 1,000 is nothing. Right? Nothing. And these people come from Asia. They all come from Asia, and they descend there from Siberia down to Antarctica, Canada, and all down to South America. And that's once after the nuclear bomb dust settled down, that was thrown in America. One was thrown in the Dead Sea, then near Africa, Middle East. One was thrown in India. One thrown in Americas. And then the earth became like, barren, totally barren for 200,000 of years, until the dust from this nuclear bomb settled down. And then when people resurface again, the survivors, they start to multiply. Survivors, they multiplied, and then they start to migrate because of the ice age or wars of a mine. They start to immigrate through using boats from Siberia down to Canada, Antarctica, down all the way to South America. But a long time ago, this was other people. These people are caught from a recent time. Okay, because my brain is not. I'm very sleepy and tired today. I think because of the full moon and the eclipse. But that's all I can say. I don't trust many things said here, because I see things through millions of years ago. Millions, not a mere thousands or hundreds of years. Nothing. It's very little. People say, oh, Indians 5,000, China's 5,000. This is nothing. You need to see Atlantis. Atlantis was about 500,000 years ago, 200,000 years ago. Okay, the people from Atlantis was 200,000. I have a memory of that, but it's very, it's not very clear, but I have a memory that I have been there 200,000 years ago. So this is something more substantial compared to mere 2,000, 5,000. Nothing is baby, modern time to me. For people whose soul, spirit is very old, it's nothing. That's it. Some things here is okay.